All right, so we are privileged to have Scnady of Tech 102.9 FM. Ewa, Yerena Ebetin Komo. About Asante Kotoko, player of the season, a People's Rise Media, and I instituted this award. Yede Emma Asante Kotoko, player of the season. 5 players and the nominee for this particular award. And Scnady, and at the room, more analyzing all the players at the Amai. We are na afi oyi de ofili se ono NNCF award na emano. I mean, Carol say we a award scheme. It is fully instituted and sponsored by People's Rise Media. The wo yene say video we ase e postu a no aba betro the onso pese de award na edman. That is all. Yem fa short code bi antudwa so to ana ya tiska bre dabi. We are giving the Kotoko player a plaque plus $300 and no any People's Rise Media, the Asante Kotoko. One a play of the season. Scnady. I'm more kwaba.
Pepe, me also.
Fantastic one. We are privileged to have you here. We are grateful that you responded to our call. Yeah, that's it. Now, Mami, a brief Kotoko season, because to sum up the Kotoko season. Briefly, how will you sum up the Asante Kotoko season? Even though Omo yet to play the FA Cup final. But sure. In the league, how will you sum up the Kotoko season?
My main church for viewers of People's Rise Media on all the platforms are equal. Na saying, viewers, more things you are bringing the game very much closer to the supporters, both on the local and foreign. We get a sense of what you do on your platforms. Now production crew no. But to Kumase Asante Kotoko, I think say a season as somewhat nase. I'm sure mochia. Ebia mo chikase as what better say. Omo be feel bad and pity. Someone to maybe win the league, because of 1 or 2 issues be pay bar or more side. I think one of those things will be the excuse or more. That incident you see baby where after multiple replays, a lot of people believe that goal should have stood.
The something do goal,
yes, goal. And it would have been a different story if Sago no. But Kotoko themselves, I think that throughout the season, blipping form some bad results. Yeah, of course, in the season you are not expected to win all the games.
Yeah,
even if you go unbeaten, sometimes drawn games be bad decision. So you are expected say most of the points a bit more win the league. And Ghana, by the start of any season, we are ultimately project to say this number of points, maximum 65, even 61 Kurano. It's league. Yeah. So your projections in the year, there are some games that it's a must-win game for you. Must-win, for footballing reasons. And the machinations and the would be winning game. And obviously, 17 home games, even 15 wins from home, that will give you 45 points. And 20 points from away will mean that you get 65 and you win the league.
Some matters AG League is how
sure.
Or more we need 16 games to fear. And
they lost to only Nations
FC. A game that was played in 2 days.
Sure.
Boy, almost had twice Monday.
It's so to any twice.
It is so na Buaba Nations every day.
Sure.
Then the next day, another away no. Oman said I'm picking points because for them, I think they had 48 points at home.
Yeah.
And they finished with 61. And so away points,
13.
About 13 per. No more the Ghana Premier.
Yeah, Mediana Stars case study, no. When the Mediana Stars won their first league in 2009. Home no more time we
the later team.
Very well. So Kotoko, I think some more retrospective analysis of from season now. On the say there are valuable points be thrown away.
Yeah.
I can't be and I'm going to be running up the league. But also then I think it is not a bad season, especially when Kotoko had a new assembled team.
Yeah.
Team Amoah assemble, virtually unknown. And Omokwana no Mosaye new no. Few of them and are touching Ghana Premier League.
Yeah.
It be a foreign player, sir. Omobe Joanya Kotoko, Kamara is a foreign player, smart by even Samba O'Neil. Ablo played in the league and Samba. But Ablo very new to Kotoko, Samba O'Neil new Kotoko, Lord Amoah new to Kotoko, Patrick Asiedu new to Kotoko. the back line new to the whole setup. No. Again, in the middle, we one standout performer, which obviously Oka was shortlisted on. Andrews Ntim Manu, if you want, he played with a lot of players. Only Che Jamana boy, only Justice Blay boy. At the point, you do Neil Crab and Junior, the man and the boy, only Teddy Diabo, only John Entry, only a Miano Jabo. Nanu Yakra and the new coach Zito, or Sani Babaya Yambo, a boy from around the same area. Ntim Kotoko, throughout the season, front players no crowd very new to the team. Until that kind of cohesion, that kind of understanding and everything else we here to make up a very good and a complete team. No, Kotoko enya. And let me paraphrase Alex Ferguson. I will say your strikers will win you games, but your defenders will win you the trophy or the tournament. And obviously, in any tournament, in any competition, if you are not conceding at the back, you are good to go.
Sure.
For strikers in shame, you are good to go. And so I have Kotoko goals for the season. Kotoko share 37 goals.
Yes, 37.
Some conceded 27 plus of 10. League winner, which is maybe any goals as 38 goals.
38.
The only one goal better than Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Yet they won the league. Simply because Omu defenders now we need trophy no at the Amoah.
If I goal stars they got 3 goals and you'll be at the share from that in such a manner.
It's what a mind.
Kotoko will have outscored them.
Sure. So I think Kotoko Nana Apenkra and any team that has some more access season now and that's some more review season now. They should do a sober reflection and admit say team Nankasa the playing body at a point. And so let's say the supporters name down because of 5 games without a single win.
Yeah,
a single win and 15 games, no 1 point and then 15 points, no 1. It is a very poor run.
Very terrible.
Very poor run. And I think say no. And I'm Kotoko lose the title now. So Obia fan in Samba, all hands on deck. Omunya a very good preseason with this current team. No, that's what Kotoko and saying to two. I'll be very surprised if Kotoko SIA panic signings be say the season, in the recent past, the season the sacrifice players 15, 20, I think they bought enough quality players in the summer, and even in the January transfer, Kwame Poku joining here, and a few other players are almost joining here. If Kotoko keep put those players now to play one more season, especially when they are likely to go to Africa. Ukonya Africa experience in the account, no one full season with the experience of Karim Zito, whether he would be the head coach or the technical head, as a technical director. I think whoever steps in as a head coach and answers or no one put a better as well with Ono Ankasano acumen behind it. Kotoko will go far with the squad in the league.
Right. Scnady. Now, Yamra, the main topic I am discussing.
Sure.
Asante Kotoko Abu season every. There's something that SNK club say one time here. But as People's Rise Media, because we feed on Kotoko stories more, we decided say as part of Yensu paying back to the club, we want to do this. But obviously not for monetary purpose, because at the end of new BSika. A Sika cry and and I did a 5 players and I nominated initially was 10 and he pruned it down about 8 and I added 5. And some 5 players near Patrick Asiedu the left back, Samba Dongani the center back, Andrews Ntim Manu the midfield pillar. Then Amoah the striker and Poku the striker. Because you found 1-1. Now analyze it play a season because we watch most of the games together. No make you pay. So let's start from Patrick Asiedu, who joined Kotoko this season from Brekum Chelsea. He played about 31 games and Abranchano involved in 6 goals, scoring 2 and assisting 4 in the league. Patrick Asiedu this season.
Pepe, once again, Mami sign and commendo na in a Mumbai say this project you have started. A big na the dream na unya, because we keep saying it. Say one area between their building profile for players and your capacity. These award schemes, the baby season, the teams themselves any award be among players no. You best defender, you best attacker, you best midfielder, you players player of the season. Said you honor baby.
Yeah.
Once you start doing some of these things, but you cannot blame them. Even the league in Accra, we don't
for
do
some
it.
time now, apart from the YG goalkeeper.
Yes.
And the keeper keep most clean sheet.
And the one at Equatorial Ghana, some people even felt say Ghana Football Association because of the name that's on
Ghana Football
Awards.
The FA has nothing to do with that.
But Otia, it looks like I said, yeah, real league, you know, now FNI Awards. I think it is something that they should look into. And with this project was starting on, we are sure an African grammar basso. And so one number contract one more on behalf of the club. It's club now, so every institute in the no, so I am perfect. But from the back, Patrick Asiedu. I'm very happy for the young man for two reasons. One, recent signings are going to free clubs from Braham and time for. Amankuna the most recent before this.
Yes.
Oba with huge profile.
From Brekum Chelsea.
Oba, you know, Amfa. But Amankuna Sako back to Brekum Chelsea. As he's reincarnated a new breed and was Samba League. And just like no body mom before Kotoko fan by this time, I'm so Bokura chance.
Yes, his last 2 seasons or 34 goals.
34 goals.
Or the last 2 seasons in the league.
And Gokin.
Yes,
back to back. Gokin back to back Premier League, which intensity. And don't forget, he's not even an out and out striker. He's not a center striker from the wings. Good. So Patrick Asiedu coming in, I'm sure. One of those interviews, and the Grand James and say, Sadia no, what will he do differently? And clearly, what the ball now a modern day left back and a full back or attack and was a defender.
Yeah.
And numbers in the ground says it all. See a ball league in this league, strikers to me a whole season, no one should go. Striker to me a whole season, no one should 2. Yeah. No, as a left back, we should 2, no as 64. A huge number, and I say number said the man or no as a left back.
Offensive midfielders, no. Creative midfielder, I expect to send a season, no. Over assist, we will 2 assists. But from the left side of defense, we grab 4 assists and on 1 2. And very good at set pieces of both free kick. Sure. The entire stadium was stand. How would you ball
and Kumasi Rabaya Sports Stadium, the only thing at M1 say this time Kotoko need a lot of numbers. Yeah. From Aziz and Sango Freddy Amoah, Fosu ID CID, Fosu Apia CID, later Samuel Linkum Harris Nafo, Yao Frempong, and Bana Imoro, and that boy you call Olympus, Christopher Neti as the 2 fullbacks. But unfortunately for him, after Imoro, Kotoko has struggled to replace a left back. He's playing so well, but supporters in the stadium and the kind of additions or the other Kotoko team.
Yeah.
But he has played so well. Skill sets, no, say to be somebody deadly when it comes to set pieces, putting ball free kick, no, and all cross ball no crab box, so he does it better.
Yeah.
And I'm sure say anybody who has watched Patrick Asiedu will side with me say he's one of the best additions I got to call MK to the defensive line. No? While stabilizing the left back now and access our position 2 or the numbers are even among my ball recent parts a bit like I said normal level no a bro ne the so amene ne yepe no those numbers.
Yeah. Yamra Samba Ndongani. Samba the Congolese. Samba kaya obedru Ghana 2 days to Kotoko Ekobo democracy cup. Obedru ya na Kotoko Ekobo na cup. Now Abrante was thrown into the game. He played so well and won the man of the match.
Yeah.
Expectations not equal. So say, hey, and Abrante, and throughout the season, I think he has delivered about 30 games in the league with 1 assist, playing as a center back later. And say, coach, I didn't be middle. Boy, your assessment of Samba Ndongani at Kotoko. He's one of the nominated players.
Okay, yes. From the defensive line, 2 players from the defensive line should tell you say Kotoko throughout the season a very good job at the back.
Yeah.
And Samba, first time I met him, I did not just watch a defender. Let me who a leader on the pitch. Or you new to the squad, but clearly we had the command or back line. So the respect or amongst the players nankasa. Any the composure, control, and everything or what. This is the type of players as all person foreign, now players by Eddie Omoba. Not just any number, and as I addition, what are the numbers say? As only a foreign player, team and he's a very good defender, very good defender. As a defender in the air, you must be present.
Sure, yes.
And ball not from so as all your present.
Okay.
And he's a typical ball playing centre back. Or ball no kosura, ultimately in Tifa.
Sure.
The only thing that be a on can the game, and I say, because what have most of the Kotoko attacks our mobile opponent box set pieces now. Because of the control, any division and defending qualities, and you only assign one go attack ball neighbor.
Yes, he's not the first to attack.
He's not the first to attack. Until the idea goals, assist, and man. But some ball not perform, ball. The reason Karim Zito started on the ball as a holding midfielder in front of the defense line. Because the defense line, now we need holding midfielder, papa. Balls never, mistake, baba. But if you block it from the defensive midfield position, now backline go any stronger. A breeder, rehearse your way and some defending very. And for me, the Congolese has added so much, and I am not surprised. There's a list of a team of the season going around that people are criticizing it because he's not in the list.
Yes, Fatau Dauda, GFN man here.
Okay.
I think that Fatau Dauda, no person here, my first team Biaba, come say you're there because he was thinking that our Papa to Asiedu Kotoko. Jenny, my main before from.
That is the problem you do. You see, in league, a lot of the games team so my
yeah.
And it's a new obi or saying follow games no keenly. A difficult say obebu to say oh yes I did. And I think that last time may attack something like that. My own good friend Nieji, assistant coach for Heart of Lions. Not only the team of the week for Division 1. He's busily working for the team. How does he follow the games at the Division 1 on the team of the week?
Yeah, I'm a man of the match.
Be a man of the match for me. I become go. Yeah, 2, 3.
Defend the beat, we should go.
So for Ndongani, Samba, I think that a very good addition, and not just Kotoko's player of the season and also contested. Me a short say player of the season for Premier League in Ukraine. So who you defenders no? I'm more chance as what me.
Now all kind of leadership quality. Don't be surprised. 2025, 2026 on the Asante was captain.
I am not so. I've predicted this one.
Oh, nice one. Going to be the captain of Asante because Justice Blay want to leave, and Fred Kasari Kotoko will not extend his contract.
Sure.
Now, by in the first season, he was the third choice captain. And Karim Zito Akase, so on the coach, he will be his captain. So that is Yanko Yeni. Maminfa Andrews Ntim, a player who was chastised, a player who was vilified in his first season, especially before the last 6 games of the season. Na and Kofa Tipese, as a Pamno. Prosper Ogun suffered a lot of criticisms that Udima Branchen or Wafa, Intino Kofanaba and a Branchen in Impo Nyadie. All of a sudden, the last 8 games of the 2023-2024 are justified BB. Coach and a Manu opportunity. And in the 2024-2025 season, one of the best performers as a midfielder, I have branched a day Ntim, and he's also part of our nominees. About 32 games in the league, or may see only 2 games. Basike only starts at home, Basike only starts away. How do you assess Andrews Ntim Manu Pepe?
On your platform, let me admit, some one of the critics.
Okay.
From the previous season. I'm very hard on the boy, simply because I felt as a DM, as all composing, as all confidence, as what me hold the ball, not just throwing the ball away. And in his first 1.5 seasons,
okay.
And even last season, for most part of the season, Now me criticize no part because of the performance.
Okay.
But me well, one of those people I'm sure say so what din na so hwe ne mo ye right as what double.
Okay.
Because he has won the heart of a lot of media personalities, a lot of Kotoko fans who felt say he was playing not on merit under Coach Ogun. The first season of Bayano, Ogun Makwada no, do baby as you Ogun more than Kwada enable. And or so far as I didn't. But one thing is key that we must all accept say football consistency is very important.
Okay.
The boy has been very consistent on the Kotoko lineup, and just like you are saying, for 34 games,
32.
No, man, I'm talking about the league. 34 games for Messi, two. And two no because next year resting and I say the former go from A because he was suspended.
Suspension. Yeah.
No, yeah, unavailable. Team Ntim in so no. So for me, one of those players are when improving the game no pa got set up the most unfortunate thing and I say yeah now you overlook omuro na omoye our football mono.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't come with numbers.
Amount numbers in terms of assists. This is only one assist and I'm using team.
Sure. And obviously, or one of those players that many had know this season. Pepe Bola, Abrante Nabono. So you opportunity to watch him. Now from a technical perspective. Now on the direct play.
Yeah.
Say Bono a clumsy or midfielder. With me one long pass. No, was spread the game. What direct play na the court baby for ni akobo game na free and I think Kotoko winning against Hasselhoff one of those parts of body comma Peter Miduakwa resulted in a very big defensive problem for Accra. And he's a very good player, no doubt about it. When improving the game, and I think
this season he's been Black Stars standby twice. Ghana Eco Unity Cup no. CCLBA the passport or UK visa, valid visa, because he was on the standby list.
Sure.
Again, the last time a Black Stars a ball 2 World Cup qualifiers, he was called but on the standby list. Normally coaches who say we are ma we form your club said you do any frewa and so the performance for London games due to just one reason BT they wanted to try another midfielder and a bra Salis at the summit a J call up and a ma and do some Ntim and Ntim but GFN edge in visa and media man. So I agree with you, so we're improving
and only one of those headaches are a lot of Kotoko fans am Mokasa after collapse na bae nyanti say obeko akojoin Black Stars or London. Sad time na Kotoko beko akobo baby any Good Stars game.
Yeah.
And there were fears that Ntim Manu nyina mfimfi wa and they say Kamara mo ebetwa fa Kotoko. And when Kotoko had him back because he was on standby and went man join it baby any game ni bia say he was the reason that Kotoko dominated most part of the game.
Yanko Poku, an experienced attacker, experienced striker. Waboko to one na Kwame de emza ne lack na notion. Obo first round in your Black Stars call up Ghana, South Tome and Principe and South Africa. Obo ye ya no nya deal. We obo second round. No currency deal na da ho. Wasanso ko Black Stars aba. But we are talking about Kwame Poku for Asante player of the season. After joining Kotoko in the second round, 17 games, or share 9 goals, 2 assists. That is 11 goals involvement in 17 games.
For Kwame Poku, the story is beautiful. Baby, Kwame Poku is sprinter. Athlete sprint.
No, Kwame
Poku. And the story no from what to football no, a very beautiful story.
Wow.
The reason all the strike defender and also who said you're going to on the tomb when all the hair now one had beer for the cover ball. And Kwame Poku, yes, the numbers no crazy for a league no. Because you see a league no 15, 14, abroad 17, obedi gokin a league no. And a striker wako no about January abesa makumasi Asante Kotoko. And in the goal tally no. He reminds me of the second coming of Abrante Bature. Now the second round player of the season.
Player of the year.
Or a league. So for Kwame Poku, 1, the pace, 2, the conversion rate. The only thing Poku here said just supply him. If the supplies are coming, you can be rest assured say a goal or two Abrante at the he or finish a game no and or finish a chance now. Money very simple. Why when he goes not do na and yet the typical Ghanaian strikers no attitude short of bam na
placement. He normally goes for placement.
Or that kind of precision. I say me the ball to her goalkeeper be ya won't mean na ball na so he is an all-round striker. Ball no a bet or the energy baba about Bobby or anyone so or create dangerous moment early my defenders and a difficult class of combo be marking 1-on-1. Say all the ones defender per head than was on. And one of those things as one if Kotoko or wingers to say the time do akwaso the goals can the game no. And now or your clinical Poku can make that boy. Because why Poku the speed in no midfielders never born on somebody bar. No, started running.
He takes off.
Or take it off or drift center backs no. And why the idea or no ya on fast center back on go. Say the classical thing of defending for center backs and say Bako efa striker na. Not the other one acting why you waiting for the loose balls.
Yeah.
But no striker na done or the whole the on free and you will be forced for two.
So you combine the two.
Or leave
this space.
Very good. It is any other winger be an attacker or eye for goal. No confidence that you no come go be na. I think I got go at wingers will be my double figures.
Yeah.
Will be my double figures. Yeah. Because or you so intelligent that of our defender now what attacking now. No, the whole defender not really free in chain. So the two will end up creating a lot of space for the other winger now. Unfortunately, the numbers no go back second round though or a center forward there and now we other attackers, but spaces will create your pack and so will create a lot of my pack and can see the money other attackers just that
Yemfa the last player on the list, which is Amoah. So the first full season of Ghana Premier League in 2023-2024. Now or assume Kwabibrim. In the second round, he joined Olympics in the league and played half of the season. And or joining Asante Kotoko. This season, injuries Aha Branton or a warrior because Kotoko versus Pandu Out of Lions was injured. The doctors gave him 4 to 6 weeks. Just after a week, and Obaye. That was the time when Kotoko suffered.
Sure.
But Obaye now lead Kotoko. Their renaissance. Doma, he scored at Doma. No Abeshe has or she Future Stars 2-0 on the shade 2 in the FA Cup. No I call to Bastutef, no I call Dreams, no Abano Abeshe Chese no Bogos na. Abrante no me say again when Kotoko Ekobo Takwa Midiema.
Sure.
You see Mubarak at the tackle biana not footballing tackle. So man me see another 2 months of the season. But all in all, I shared 12 goals in 26 games. 26 games, I shared 12 goals. And then in the FA Cup, about 3 goals. About 15 goals so far in all competitions for Amoah, gunning to be Pepe Suarez Media Kotoko Player of the Season.
That is potency in attack. Obviously, all are the numbers to a player as a striker. Wow, striker, your main or your core responsibility on the pitch and say, what the ball, a better net. Anyhow you do it, whether over ball fair, and now they are more can elbow, and now what a tempo now over ball in two. Okay, have you Hernandez Chicharito? Or found within the elbow ball, no? And your ball not performance.
See him
and your ball not performance
in the game,
or in a box no more. The legendary Filippo Inzaghi. People Inzaghi. Or also the NSIB. Or in a box, Manu finish it, not the call. And who pays the count. So for Amoah, on your play or your belt, say, or stature, or the so. Say, because I was selected strikers based on stature,
yeah.
But the potency, our park and so on, any in question. Or say any no aggression that can game no who you defender won't be bully no.
Yeah.
Also was said yeah on slow say or no na ebonti so the ball no eba and he doesn't run away from tackles maybe a injuries and also eba no.
Kind of sure sorry obesa
At Olympics the same thing annoy.
Very, very daring.
And I enjoy Olympics play no. And so Olympics here. And now say some of the people who want to be mischievous say and Grand Kotoko. From free Obura Kotoko na as a blood and a phantom. And the way I was here born a Kotoko career, and especially this first season, Obama Kotoko. So Obaya no, and I started so she goes no. And when I call up to the Galaxy after House of Folk, she go no Hanano. That night, na next one Emmanuel entry. And one other player, a move from Kumasi, a joining team na Accra. And Okoba, you know, still no injury na 12 goals in the Premier League there.
On the first season.
I won the first season. Playing alongside players only Emmanuel entry and on the ball. Olympics happen, Premier League. So a huge number for him, 12. And I think that we Kotoko's striking role, no, foreign-based players on my born recently, no. I'm gonna have those numbers, no, from Yakuba to Mbela to Mukwala. Even Fege, no, numbers are
yes.
as good as the Ono Ediamai. So for Ono, any counterpart on any boy as center forward, which is Poku. Among numbers, I think they are appreciable.
Sure.
They will league them. For Kotoko to score 37 goals in the season. Ono striker no, Ekuramu 12.
12,
Kwampoku, Ekuramu 9. That would be 21. And 6 goals. And 16 goals. And spread
across
among the other players now. Ono also one of those things. I mean, just an up in that transit. Not heard the signings or now. Or be too happy and too satisfied. It would say at least one they just numbers in terms of personnel. Our pitch and so. The more they quality to come as a decorative setup.
Now is the decision time. Says Scnady and Yerena Trans opening. After all said and done, all the analysis are on the 5 nominees. Who is your Pepe Suarez Media Asante Kotoko player of the season?
Pepe, my main and the shots from now. My share the back line on my hair method, my hair attack. Now I have Kotoko 2 defenders, 2 attackers, and now 1 method. And a method that requires say defensive. The amount way it be a bit difficult for a lot of people to decide. My main imagine is on Amoah voting. And they say in the game of football, they are assigning clean sheets to backline any goalkeeper.
Sure.
And a goal scoring, obviously they are all share anyone. Unfortunately for your league, the only stats I owe league assist, goal, clean sheet. And the assist, goal, clean sheet, and a man of the match. Asante. And Ntiana my defensive midfielders no air shot because we know a bit media man. Kiwi and a ye pull key stats. Say key passes, recoveries, tackles won, distributions, accuracy, and this animal. Then you can feel his importance in the game. But a man acquired to say, you're true and you hear Chilewa, it be a 10 clean sheets. Yeah, who's almost goals and also the striker the alternate in Tianetia. But no as a defensive midfielder. Only say in the game today, there's what we call the pre-assist.
Sure, high and kind.
Because Obi bet mabu game ni na no abo maybe when you players bear 5 for free. Opiama ebia the an attacker bia no your answer ordinary pia by
come out
no be ball short.
Jumani nyina play no.
Play na ye juma pa chen the kopia ball no so be monche no. But you encounter nyina because you need a lot of stats for your game. So for me, Ntim man too lucky because of the league he's playing in. Today, the engine of everything and Ntina you can't if you look at Modric by now, the next play being as huge as Nebono, Rodri of Manchester City. Only way, and I think say I will go for Andrew Ntim. Unfortunately, on only numbers are obeying their support the season now. Defenders name your numbers, strikers name your numbers. Your starter a bit more born on me who quality no. So one share now, you will not know. And media my so I believe say amongst the 5 no. Samba O'Neil the first season he has played so well. Patrick Asiedu the first season with Kotoko, not in the league. One also have a ball and the name be Brabeka Kotoko. Kwame Poku needs no introduction because of the obey on the first season. Wako foreign Samba, Ababishim. And then Albert Amoah from Olympics. But amongst the five, no, I will go for Asante and this Ntim.
So Andrews Ntim Pipi and Scnady a vote as Kotoko's player of the season. Scnady, thank you so much.
Pipi,
God bless.
It's a pleasure.